Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. This card is a fun card. I was inspired by Laura's Creative Pages. She did a card where she used some strips and put space in between them, and I thought, that's a fantastic design. I love that. You always have strips around. Do notice that I got coffee, a big coffee blob on here. I knocked my coffee over and well, I didn't knock it over, I just bumped it and the coffee went flying everywhere and it got on here. So I'm still trying to figure out how I can put an embellishment there. But let me show you how to make the super cute card. I'm using the Words and Wishes bundle, Awesome Sentiments, and it has words that cut out for you, happy birthday, thank you, and best wishes. But you can also have birthday wishes, right? So I love this. The sentiments that are in this has this cute cake too. And so I used this particular card in my Busy Bee bag for June, and it's just really fun. I used the Beautiful Ordinary Life DSP, and once I was done making the cards, I had a bunch of little strips left over. So I'm going to show you how we're going to make this. Of course, simply on the front, I just used a black circle from the Spotlight on Nature. I wish that set was called something else because the dies, your Spotlight on Nature. Spotlight, I guess, is a circle, but I used one of those ones that has that little ticking around there. And then I used the dies for you. And then I used the beautiful, versatile array of dots that have peacock, pool party, lemon lolly, and flirty flamingo in them. So I just kind of scattered them on the card. Okay, this is so easy to make. So let me grab my little kit here and show you how to make one of these. Okay, I got all my little pieces here. Your card base could be, you know, portrait or landscape, but this one I just happened to make. My girls probably wonder why the cards that they make are always opening this way. It's because they fit really nice in my stand. I kind of throw them off if I make one this way that's portrait and opens from here. They think they have the wrong kit, but it's because they fit in my card holders at the table, display table. Okay, so here we go. We've got a half sheet and it's 11 inches by 4 1/4 tall, and we're scoring it at 5 1/2 to make that opening from the bottom. So the inside is simply going to be a piece of white that's 4 by 5 1/4, and as you can see on this one that I finished, I just took 2 strips and put them at the bottom. These two don't actually match. They were 2 extra strips, but I'll show you what we're doing there. And then I just put to someone who's always there when I need you, for you, to someone who's always there when you need you. This could have been a thank you as well, but it could just be a card for you. For you could be birthday, anything, wedding, anything you want it to be. Okay, so you're gonna start out with a front white panel to be your kind of your canvas to work on. Now notice this paper. It's got some texture on it. It's called Whispers of Texture. It is on the Last Chance list, and it is, I think, 6 sheets of it. 2 different patterns, stripes, and this kind of subtle pattern here. It reminds me of the subtle embossing folder. It's white on the other side. There really isn't a texture to it, but this side just gives it a nice pop to your cards. It actually, I think it's on Last Chance, and it's discounted down to like $5 or something like that. So I use that as the front, and it's also 4 by 5 1/4, just like the inside. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your strips here. These strips, I decided after seeing the card, the best way to ensure that I had enough to work on here is I went a little bigger than 4 inches, which made these 4 1/4, okay? This Beautiful Ordinary Life paper has all these beautiful colors on the one side and black and white patterns on the other. So look how fun that is. So you've got color on one side and black and white on the other. A really, really fun paper because of that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to play off those 2 different sides. And do you ever cut something on your trimmer and it gets a little like cupping on it, just take your fingernail and go across that little bent part. So that's what I was doing there. Okay, so what you're gonna do is, I found that if I work on this here and put the adhesive on here and not here, in case I turn something upside down and I don't have to fix the adhesive issue. So I'm gonna put some of my glue on here, okay? And you're going to start wherever you want. It doesn't matter where you start. But you're going to put your first strip, and it's just going to hang off the side. You just want to make sure that it's flush with the top and that it's hanging off. Since I did the black first, the next one I'm going to do is going to be a color, okay? So this one, I'm going to go on this side, and I'm going to go about like this, and I'm just going to butt it up against there, and I have the color showing. So now the next one I'm going to do is going to be black and white again, and I can just do that whichever way I want to. This might have been a little too far across there, and I'm just layering them. Now the next one is going to be color, right? So now I'm gonna, and these are all the different patterns. All these patterns that I'm showing you are in the DSP, except for one that's Pool Party with white polka dots. Okay, so now I'm going to put this, oh, you know what? I love the bee, the honeycomb. So I'm gonna put that across here, okay? And then the last strip, I'm going to put here. Okay, so those are my strips. Now notice I just kept going and graduating them. Okay, now I have these on this side, right? Okay, and I'm going to take a long pair of scissors, and I am going to just snip off these edges here, okay? So now I'm just gonna I'm gonna turn them so I see all the black, okay? Then I'll know that I'm matching the opposite side. Now you could just put them on there right now, it really wouldn't matter, but it's easy to look and see. Well, no, you can't just layer them on there. They have to be the same one. What was I thinking? It has to be the same one because we cut them 4 1/4. So no matter where you put this, you're gonna have enough to do it. So I used the dots first, so I'm going to put this up against there, and again I'm going to make sure that that's up against the top, you know, that it's flush here. I got some glue here, I'm going to clean that off. Okay, the next one, you have to use the next one that had the stripes. Since we did color, we're turning this one, and we're going to, and I see a little cupping there. Okay, we're gonna put that one up against there and up against the bottom. Okay. Okay, the next one had these, also like this little honeycomb pattern with the black. So that was that one. So this one we're gonna use, there was a watercolor wash print there. You're getting color there. The next one was the honeycomb that had the black and white lines, little arrow, kind of like feathery looking there. Okay, and then the last one was this pretty flirty flamingo, kind of a watercolor wash with some stripes diagonal, and you put that one with the little black plus signs. Okay, so now you have that base of that card made, and I'm going to, I got a little glue there, and notice you have that little bit left over there. And now you strip it, you just cut it off. And notice that's 1/4 inch, right? Because we used strips that were 4 1/4, and our base was, the base that we're working on is 4, so I cut them 4 1/4, so no matter which way I did it, it worked. Now I need to find my tape runner because, oh well, doesn't really matter. We are gonna put a piece of ribbon. I used Pool Party because I had a lot of Pool Party. Just, you could use any color in here. You could use Flirty Flamingo ribbon, Pool Party, Daffodil, because I used the Daffodil card base. You could use some Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, whatever you have. I just happen to have this. And because I cannot get my hands on my tape runner, I'm just going to put this onto the back. I'm going to cover right at the end. Just give it some little bit of pretty. I'm going to take it a little bit right at the edge of the bottom of the DSP. Do you see how you could mix and match any kind of DSP? And this one was really fun because black and white was on the back of each one. When I saw Laura's card, I thought that looks really cute. Now she got really fancy and she put little spaces in between each one of them. The minute I started trying to have a little space in between each one, I got a little crooked, so I decided I am going to do it a little simpler. So I love how we can all just scroll through Pinterest, Facebook Reels, and just really be inspired and think of things that we have in our stash that we can make a certain card out of. You know, you see one with certain flowers and you think, I don't have that stamp set, but I have that floral stamp set. I don't have that wood grain paper, but I have a different one. So you can always make something inspired by. So this is that Spotlight on Nature die, and I did pop that little guy up because it just gives it a little more pizzazz to the card, because the card is simple. It's got a lot of design in it, but it's simple. So popping up the black is perfect for there. And then you could also cut the For You out of this piece of white underneath here, because you're going to cover it up. But I think it's just as easy to just cut it out of some scraps that you have. So we're going to put and I had my little, I had everything on my table here a minute ago, and then I cleared it off, and now, so I'm going to put a little glue on the For You and just put it on my black circle. Oh, here's so much easier when you have a little set of tweezers to put the glue on. I know this is a new glue, so I don't want to get too squeezy with it. So my fingers are sticky. Well, that glue will dry and I can get a little bit of that off. Okay, so let us get some glue on the back of the U, and I have a little scratch paper over here. I get some of that extra glue off of. Okay, and I can pop that. It's so much easier with the tweezers. For You, and if you ever have a stray little bit of things that you just can't pick off, use one of these gum erasers. They're not really erasers, but they take the residue of adhesive off. Okay, so here I just took and put some fun little array of dots, and you can use any of these colors because the colors are all in there. I don't see really too much peacock, so I'm just going to put some lemon lolly, because the lemon lolly's in there, some Flirty Flamingo, and I guess a little bit of, oh, you know what I wanted to, no, there we go. Okay, so there we go. We've got these pretty little array of dots on there, and we want to just put a little knot bow on there. And what I mean is it's not a bow, but it looks like it because we're just putting a knot in there and just tying it. Are you guys thinking of all the different patterns of paper you could mix and match, even from different suites? And then you just have a little bow on there, fancy it up with some angled some little angles on there, and you've got a cute little card. And like I said, on the inside of that one, I just took 2 more strips, and I think these ones were actually leftovers from something else, and I just put it on the bottom of the white that I had in here. So I put, just to bring the theme in. It just happens to be these were halfway, but you could actually, you know, make it smaller and longer like they did on the front. And then a sentiment in there. Isn't that adorable? So that is a fun card that you can, no, don't look at that. Pretend that's not there. But a fun card you can make using your strips. And again, the strips were 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 tall. So 3 1/4 strips by 4 1/4 long. And then you just put your adhesive on the white panel. If you put the adhesive on here, you might go over too far and then be rubbing adhesive off like I did. So put a layer of adhesive, your tape runner or your glue, go start wherever you want. Actually, I think a good way to start would be almost like a half and half here, and then stagger them. Because I think when I started making this one, I felt like I had too much here. So I would say probably start almost half and half, and then just layer color, black and white. Oh, look here. I actually did black and white and black and white. I didn't even notice that. So you could do that. But a good, I think a good way to do it is black and white color, black and white color. Oh, look. I put color there. So you can do actually whatever you think looks good, because I did do that. Huh, look, I got coffee on there too. That's a bad card. I'm gonna have to figure this out. So I hope you have fun making this. Like I said, it's a perfect card to use with that colorful, beautiful, Ordinary Life DSP, and a great one to just show off the big letters that are in the Words and Wishes stamp set. Thanks for buzzing by, friends.